first, you should get off a logo. By the way, if you have bearded sons on garden, Ricky will find it and he will drink it. Ricky, what have you seen really cool the last couple of days? What have you seen cool so far today? Perfect.
Okay. All right, guys. I hope you're ready for this. I have the UK group. I don't even know. You guys have to have some kind of code name for yourselves out of this. There's got to be some cool name, right? So here's what I'm going to do. We're here in the Drag Driven Repeat booth today at 666, and I'm just going to hand the mic off because I want you guys to tell stories. You guys have been over a bunch to the US from the UK and where you're from and all that. We want to know all that stuff. But we want to know why you keep coming back and what you've enjoyed so much about this. So who's kind of the spokesperson? So we'll start with you. I'm gonna hand the mic off. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Get started, man.
Yeah. So my name's Graham. We hail from the UK. We run a 57 Chevy out there, and we run in a class called Street Eliminator, which is a street legal drag race. Either 295. We've had a great year this year. We're down in the 8.03, the low 8 territory, and we just, didn't get the chance to get the 7 this year, but we've had so much fun this year with the car. And our team, Bad Apple Racing, is just something that we've had for several years in terms of building up what we're doing. We had another 57 before that, and it's just been a whole bunch of fun all the way through. This event, or the old drag and drive thing, was such a new concept. Back when we were looking at it a few years ago, we came to the 2019 Hot Rod Drag Week, and there's some friends of ours, Rob and Trudy, some really good friends of ours. They run a Code Red 57, which they've just put in the 7th. They've had a great year too. But we came to that event just as let's have a look, see what it's all about, and it was an absolutely incredible week. And it was we followed on the final stretch back to the track in Virginia, and then he laid down that 5, and it just blew the roof off, and it was just absolutely superb. So yeah, we've just been coming back to them ever since then. Obviously, Tom, got this going with the stick deal, and we went to the first one in Florida, and that was just you could see that this was just a momentum building type deal.
Is that the drive days are shorter, so you don't spend as much time on the track, and you can use the checkpoints. It's less time in time, so it's just a whole lot of fun. And it really was kind of implication. And we got
Yeah. No, we don't wear flip flops because we've all got webbed feet. So anyway, later on we came back. One of my crew guys, Tom Bagney, he's done so many drag and drives now. I can't think or count the amount of tracks he's raced at. He's been all over the place, and he literally bought a car online, which we now affectionately know as Napshack. He bought the car and drove it straight to a drag and drive event. Race week, and he's been doing it ever since. He'd been with us this week, but unfortunately, work. We've all got to go to work and paper and stuff. So, yeah, and then last year we did Death Week, which was one of the I crewed. We did it together. We all went out as a big group of us in a convoy, but we had an absolute blast. That was the most bizarre drag and drive I've ever seen or been on. When you're in the middle of the desert for hours at a time, not seeing another vehicle for hours at a time, it was the strangest thing. One of the drivers said, when you pull over at the end of the track, please shake your parachute in case there's snakes and spiders in it. That is the first time I've ever heard that at any race track. So anyway, that's enough about us. I mean, we had such a great time on that, completed the event. And as I say, we do have a drag and drive in the UK. It's kind of a 3-stroke 4-day deal. Across 2 race tracks. I think over 200 street weekend too. As you can see on Ashley's shirt. Yeah, we competed in both of them. We had a bit of trouble on the first one, but made it. And the second one went much smoother. I think we came 6th or 7th out of 180 something entries. So we were pretty happy with that. But it was great fun. The weather really put the test to us. We had the aqua shoes on. It was good. Everybody a lot of people made it through. But let me pass you up to the fastest guy in Europe with the transit van, which is Ashley Cooper. He has a twin turbo transit. Let me hand over to him.
Yeah, my name is. First time in America. I've never been here before, and just really sort of enjoying the weather. And, somebody said to me, "Follow on to Route 66." So I jumped at the chance. Obviously, our racing street eliminator with a transit van. I've got a 400 turbo sport. And I've got a block trips on mine. Me a very good 60 foot. We do the best is 948 at 148 mile an hour. Competitive, but I just want to see. We get over here in Fluid Chicago, and we're going to play out LA. We've been to see some sights really. We'll see the Golden Driller in Tulsa this morning. We see them Tulsa Eagles. That's great, really, and just love it. I did compete year this year. I did all the rounds. Of the Street Eliminator Championship, and I think I ended up being the champion. I also did Street Weekend, which is on not sure that yours, but these tracks, the man went down, did it with speed. So we really enjoyed it. That's all hard. And that's where the opportunity. And yeah, absolutely loving it, loving life really. Well, I'm going to go over to Michael. He's also one of my great friends from. Here you go.
Hey, my name's Michael D'Souza. We also run in the Street Eliminator. This is our first season, which we've thoroughly enjoyed. We won a 59 with a small board, nitrous motor. We've had a few issues this year with obviously the nitrous. So we've done all right, and we've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think we've come 11th out of 21. We missed the last 2 events. We had a few issues with the converter and stuff. That's a massive thank you to the racer and Graham to invite us over to this Dragon Drive. We are new for us. I've been to the States before. We've never done the any kind of drag racing events from Dragon Drive. We're absolutely loving it. It's a fantastic event. Even my wife is loving it. She doesn't really like kind of drag racing. You know, I've dragged her along, but she's absolutely stoked. Yeah, it's a great event, lovely weather, great people. You know, the cars are great. It's super special. And we'll most definitely be coming back next year. What? Route stops. We like the Ozark. We was in Ozark obviously because we watched the series on Netflix. My wife was freaking out. Oh my god, I didn't realise this was actually a place. But yeah, they're all good. I mean, all the tracks are great. You know, they're short tracks. They're only 1/8. We've got 2 tracks in the one track in the UK, which is what we go to, which is Santa Pod Raceway. Big shout out to them guys. which is a quarter mile. And then obviously there's a second track up in Melbourne, which is short track, 1/8 of a mile. I'm not kind of raced up there myself at the moment. Hoping to do the street weekend next weekend in the UK, which comes to two tracks as actually mentioned. But yeah, there might be four. Okay, it might be four, as Graham's saying. But yeah, it's great to be here. Hospitality, loving it, absolutely loving it.
So for me, I'm Rachel Smith. So I'm mama of Bad Apple Racing. I just basically look after the boys and do the cooker and safety aspects on the car. But like Graham said earlier, we came out here originally in 2019 with our good friend Robin Slater. I was not massively into the car scene. I must admit, I am a country girl. I am not a car girl whatsoever. After that, it was, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Go to the track, do the bits, and we met so many people out here that now are very good friends of ours. So Jackie and Ricky Steinke, I met them in 2019. We've been friends ever since. We messaged each other, and they didn't come to Death Week last year, and I put a call out to them earlier to say, "Are you coming?" Yes, we are. And we met up. We went out for dinner. Great. Jesse with the John Deere tractor. Again, another guy that we've followed. We've got Richard, Chuck Norris of Canada. He's just amazing. Okay, the Taylors aren't here, but Danny, so many people I can't tell you that we've met over the years, and it's our only way to meet back up with these guys. Tom Tashner, for example, at the first stick week in 2022, and he didn't go to Death Week. I put a shout out to him saying, "Are you coming to this one?" He said, "No, but hey, you're going to Tulsa." I'm only 3 hours from Tulsa. So the guy last night drove from his home to Tulsa with us at the Hard Rock. We had dinner together. I mean, that in the UK we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't drive 3 hours to go and meet someone for dinner. But here, we do. And I'm just gutted for various reasons that some other of our friends in the UK can't be here. So I'm gutted Robert Trudy not here. Bagley has basically gone on social media. He does not want to know anything about what's going on. He won't take the calls. He's like, "Waters, know why you're out there." We had so much fun in the knapsack last year. He calls it that. I can't tell you what I call it. But yeah, I mean, it's just brilliant. And then Michael reached out to us and says, "Do we want to?" Amazing. We love you guys. We love being out here. I only wish there wasn't this great fun between us, otherwise we'd be here all the time. So thank you. And I'm gonna. Oh, see, here's Danny. Look, here's Danny, come here. Come here. Now, it's not every day you see something like this. Danny, everybody. So we met at Death, and this guy is just amazing. I love you. Yeah, I know. Look at him, look at him. So right, so on that note, I'm gonna hand you back to Michael as I'm starting to smash the ball. I think Graham wants to have a last word. Oh, the Joel.
Yeah, I just wanted to say we've got another guy here that Joel, he's running the Ultimate. He's been coming out to Dragon Drive longer than probably any of us. He's never shouted about it as much. And lately he's just been caught, because it's getting a big deal in the UK, because all the drag races in the UK are all following this. The majority of them, they'll be looking at the lives, Facebook posts, and it's a real gathering of that social side of it as well. I managed to get a bit of a ride in Joel's car. Was it yesterday? Before yesterday, lots on the days already, and it was awesome. But yesterday, my son was looking at the mortgage. He's exhausted from the casino last night, so he's looking at it in the truck. But he said, "Hey, Dad, there's a really cool bar up there called Hogs and Hot Rods. Let's stop and just have a look." We pulled over and lined up in accordance with the parking that they had there. It was really right on the Missouri state line, and there were a few that looked and assumed it was a. And then next minute, everybody that pulled up was doing a burnout over the state line. In 15, 16 cars And the lady opened the bar. She sort of, did her hair and put her makeup on, and came down and started doing the bar. And she's just, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Rachel puts the sign out. Please come on in." It just became this little watering hole. Yeah, it was terrific, terrific. But yeah, it's really an experience for us, and obviously this time of year in the UK, we've all got our scuba gear on, so it's not the same. As, you can extend your season and so on, and we do have a short season over there, but and it is gutting for us when we all have to pack up for the last rest of the year. But we still, where there are the good times, we do get out in these parts. They are street legal, a lot of them now, so we do enjoy the events. But yeah, this is just for us dream stuff. So thanks for having us and waffling. Okay, sure.
So, is there like a Route 66 where you guys are from? Is there like a road that everybody goes and like other road like this?
Not really. There is an old road in England. It's called the A1, and it was the first proper link between the north and the south. And it runs up it runs up from the north of London and all along that sort of mid to east side. Then the M1 came on, yeah, and then the M4, and then they got all the other big motorways. So I think that was the first original road. As far as a cruising road, I know that the bikers in the 60s always used to use the A1. Triumph BSA guys. They know one of those guys, and they always use the A1 to get all the to do their stuff.
500 around Scotland, where you can go all the way around the coast road of Scotland. They're known as the 500, but there's no race. Just pure drive. Fantastic scenery.
I think you have to imagine that for us, watching this, and you can see years, decades. I grew up on American Graffiti on repeat and playing Blacktop on a repeat on a VHS video, all the levers down to press play kind of recorder. And we lived on all that. And then, Michael and we were having a meal the other night, and he was showing me all of his old hot rods. He was, gay guy. And I was the same. I built this original Anglia, 53 Anglia, when I was about 17, and just put us. We call them Rover V8, but it's essentially a small block Buick type deal. Yeah. So we, that was our grow. Actually, I'm sales, and it just grows that way. And then you meet all these people in the local clubs, or we had a bar called the Tom Sawyer's Bar, and there was a bypass which is like, 28 either way, and everybody that was going to it always did the little thrash it down there and hope you could stop at the next get up and come back to the bar. So there were a lot of good memories from back then, but it's there is a ton of it. It's just a very minor part of what we do in the UK. It's quite a lot. So as I say, I do. Here we've got a Lincoln Navigator. Yeah, it's one of these auto drive cars. You just put it in, and it just drives itself down the freeway. Yeah. The minute you take your eyes off the road, it goes and all the alarms go off. And, yeah, but it's I think actually.
I got a Ford Expedition. It's rather large, but when you're in America, right? But oh yeah. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I was fine to burn when I put water on the floor, but I was worried about fucking transmission at the bottom. Hire car, not great.
Brand new Mustang, which is super cool. It's cool here, but it's confusing driving on the wrong side of the road. And turning left on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, it's like
Your shit. How many times did you step to the drive and open the door?
well, you just kind of wing it, turning right on red. That's if you want to get around driving along the wrong side, you've just got to be so focused. Because it is confusing. So you normally see you all the way. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
No, I want to say thank you so much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. We'll catch up. I really want to hear your stories after we get to Amarillo. It's almost 400 miles by the time we get there. Like we've been pretty city centric so far. We haven't really gone very far without a thing, and we're about to get out of that.
Tell you, actually, I've never been before. Him and his wife were in their car. We were in ours. You were in yours. We ended up losing our patience in Chicago. If you want to do it, you can't stop anywhere. So when we actually get to the hotel, which is in Bloomington, the car
So my son was a huge, since he's been this high, a Batman fan. Huge Batman fan. And I said, well, I'm in Chicago. Can you go to the place where they flip the truck? So in the movie, they actually flip an 18-wheeler reared over on its end over on it. And we knew where that was that took place. So we went to the place where they did it, right in the financial district. And he was, elated that we'd managed to do it. But the system of the roads, which we were not used to, Michael just found himself staring at headlights coming the other way.
way. And his wife was like, she says, his wife was nearly divorced. As for us, we had this one in the car, I punched him in the face. And we all get to the hotel and we're like, survived it. We survived it.
First match.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is, this is top community in Ohio.
Yeah.
And basically, they make frame at the PRI. People can do overseas, America to the UK. And then in the end, I says, look, we're coming to New 66. If we can travel across the pond, you guys can get your books in the car and come over. So we went up, we were in a
She is a bad influence. Right? Well, y'all, thank you again so much. I'm really excited about this. Again, we're gonna catch up in Amarillo. We're gonna do this again. I'll have the other mic working. We can really get in to tell some deep stories. Guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Yeah. They're saying they miss you, Tom, miss you, Ken, all that kind of stuff, guys. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you soon.